Kita ko sa...
Gladaan. Kita ko dito.
Ano?
Gladaan. Kita ko dito.
Ano? Anong kamay? Taharay? Hindi na ginamit ng camera sa ano?
Hindi ginamit sa...
Hindi nag-message kasi
Hi sir, off cam po. Whatever, bitch. Ay! Ano?
alis mo yung class.
Good morning, class. Good morning. Narinig ako ng maayos? Okay. I'm just setting up my laptop. But before we start, I'm going to send you your attendance sheet. So please fill out this form. Where is the HM1 attendance? Sponsors, accepting. Okay, dun sa lalagay nyo lang yung last name and first name nyo. And then dun sa portion na tell something you've learned today in one sentence, NA muna yung ngayon. Kasi di ba, I'm going to check your attendance twice. So, sa beginning, wala muna kayo ilalagay. Kahit NA lang muna ang ilagay nyo. Okay? Or not applicable. Kasi first. Then later, sa form na bibigay ko sa inyo, after our class, okay, you will tell something about what you've learned. Okay, in one sentence. Kahit one sentence lang, that's fine. Alright? But for now, pa-fill out po muna ako nitong form na to na isa-send ko dito sa ating box. Sa inbox natin. Okay. Alright. Ito. Nandito sa in-call messages natin. Please fill out that form. O sa mga bagong pasok po, paki-fill out po yung form na to for your attendance. Ayan. So that I can check who's in here. Okay. Make sure you use your sorry, wala pala ako. Okay na pala. Fill out muna ako while setting up my laptop. Ayan. Okay. Also, I am trying to record myself using my OBS and channel where I can edit it after our discussion. Then post ko na lang kung ano man yung na-discuss ko here in our class today sa channel na ginawa ko. So doon na lang po kayo mag-check if you want to review some topics or lesson na i-discuss natin today. But see, ano ba ito i-share? Nalilist ko muna siya para mamaya i-ano ko. Check. Can I ask a favor, guys? Can you check my channel if nakikita yung sige, yung pamangkin ko na lang sa Patrick, check mo nga sa channel ko kung naka-live yung Yung serving classes. Check mo kung anong nakikita sa easy. Patingin ako. Ngayon na ka.
Wala na yan.
Wala.
Paano nakalagay na live? Yung puso wala na lang.
How can I ayan,
Wala.
wala pa.
Ay, mga mamani hongga.
Anyway, try ko muna siyang private. Pag private up lang. And then, pag unlisted, dapat din siya. What is anyway. Okay, tapos na mag-attendance guys. Okay. Sige. Try ko sigurong live. Patrick Alright. I think it's more check ko na lang siya mamaya. Okay. 30. How many of you are here? 37. Nakikita yung presentation ko. Alright, so let's start. So as I told you from our previous meetings, okay, I'm going to discuss first the chapter 1. Guys, pwede makisuyo. can you check my channel if nag, nagpe-play yung uh, yung live ko? Please, can somebody check? At isa lang po. Wala. Not yet. Well, hopefully. Meron. Okay. Okay, sige. Hayaan mo siyang mag-record dyan. Kung may lumabas man dyan na hindi ka aya-aya, bahala sila. Bahala pala ako, sorry. Anyway, so let's start our class. Kasi, one of the reasons why gusto kong gawin yan, kasi yung mga first year kasi, ang dami kasi nila, they like 70. And hindi kami kasya sa Google Classroom. So, I think it is much better if ganitong setup yung gagawin ko. So, I'm trying it now. Okay, so, I'm going to start my introduction by giving you, okay ba yung sound? Patrick, can you check dun sa channel ko kung yung background is is okay lang, lakas ba, mahina. Sorry guys, please bear with me. Okay lang. May may sound kung yung may background music. Walang background. Wait lang. Pero mahina lang. How about this one? Pero clear naman yung ko. Clear naman yung boses ko. Okay. Alright. Sige. That's fine na. Okay. Okay, then I'm going back to my presentation. Alright. So, again, good morning class and welcome to our very first discussion for your course, Quality Service Management in Tourism and Hospitality. Okay, so I'll give you this quotation from Erwin, former chairman and CEO of Godfather's Pizza. This is located in the United States of America. Running a business without a plan is like going into the forest, shooting off your rifle, and hoping that dinner runs into the bullet. So, sinasabi dito na if you run a business, okay, kailangan mo magplano. Okay? Para yung goal mo, sure ball. Okay? Na hindi ka aasa na darating na lang sa iyo bigla ang mga customers mo ng walang dahilan. So you have to set your plans and goals. So the chapter 1 entitled The Basic of Wow, the guests knows best. And I'll leave you with the hospitality principle: provide service quality and value that guests expect. Okay, again, provide the service quality and value that guests expect. Okay, nag-expect ang ating mga guests. So, kailangan nating make sure that we give the service quality that they deserve, because they're going to pay us a very good money to for our services. Okay? So after reading this chapter, you should understand the important differences between making products and serving guests, the importance of meeting the hospitality guests' expectations, the importance of the guest experience, o gaano ba ka-importante ang guest experience na ibinibigay natin sa kanila. Kasi, take note guys, if um, the guest is satisfied, okay, they will tell their friends, their families, that you serve them well, okay, that it's worth the travel, it's worth the payment they gave you, right? Also, the components of the guest experience. Ano ba yung mga um, components or kailangan para mabuo natin yung guest experience na tinatawag. And then the definition of service quality and service value in the hospitality field. And the reason why it all starts with the guests. Okay? Nagsisimula yan lahat sa guest natin. Right? Serving guests and making products are such different activities that they require different management principles and concept. Magkakaiba yan. Okay? Different management principles, different concepts, different execution, okay? Different experience na makukuha ng guests natin. Okay? Catching a defective tire, this is just an example. Catching a defective tire or a paint blemish on a car's finish at the final inspection stage of an assembly line production process is one thing. So, this is an example of a product. Bumili ka ng kotse, then defective yung tire, may blemish yung paint ng car, okay? And another example is listening to irate guests telling you in no uncertain terms that your hotel, restaurant, or airline has failed to deliver the service experience they expected. So, what do you think is the difference between the two examples? Anyone? Anyone from the class? What is the difference of the two? Okay, that's one. What else? Oh, go deeper to the example. Okay, ano yung malaking difference niya na kapag ikaw may defective product ka and then soli mo siya, ano yung for example, okay, ganito, si Mr. Buhay, siya yung gumawa. For example lang to. Si Mr. Buhay yung gumawa ng defective na tire, ng kotse, na may defective na tire, tapos blemish yung paint. And then si Miss Clemente naman po, siya naman yung nagbibigay ng service na hindi satisfied na guests. What do you think is the difference between the two? Can anyone determine the difference? None? Okay. So, in the first instance, the quality inspector, one of the many people between the maker of the product and the final customer, can send the defective product back to back for rework so that the customer never sees it. Okay, since for example hindi ako satisfied dun sa gawa ni Mr. Buhay na kotse. And so, ang gagawin ko lang, ito yung produkto nyo, defective yan, palitan mo. Whereas, in the second situation, there is usually no one to buffer the relationship between the person delivering the unsatisfactory service and the guest dissatisfied with it. Okay? Dun sa service kasi, okay, kapag nagreklamo yung guest, wala kang buffer. Walang haharang dun sa irita ng customer, no? Whereas kung si Mr. Buhay, ang magiging buffer niya is yung manager o yung dealer na nagbigay nung or yung nagbenta ng 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 kotse na ginawa ni Mr. Buhay. Nakukuha niyo yung point
Yung sabi,
between the service and the product. Okay? So, at its most basic level, the hospitality industry is made up of organizations that offer guests courteous, okay, professional food, drink, and lodging services alone or in combination. Again, hospitality industry is made up of organizations that offer guest courteous, professional food, drink, and lodging services alone or in combination. So, ibig sabihin, it's either you're a bar that serve food and drinks or lodging services that gives accommodation, food and drinks also. But the hospitality industry is more than just hotels and restaurants. Beyond this, the industry has been defined in many ways. Hindi lang siya, pag sinabing hospitality industry, hindi lang siya for hotels, restaurant, bars, mga inns, okay? Nag-expand na siya. Kung if you heard before or some other people, tinatawag pa rin ang course or ang degree na kinukuha nyo as HRM. Tama ba? Or mas kasi yun na yung nakasanayan. Anong course mo? HRM para wala na there's so much more question. Kasi pag sinabi mo hospitality industry, nurse ka? Hospitality management, doktor? Sa hospital ka magtatrabaho? No, hindi. Okay? Hindi po. Okay? So, an expanded definition includes theme parks, airlines, gaming centers, cruise ships, trade shows, fairs, meeting planning and convention organization, and more. Yan. Aside from hotels and restaurant. Okay, nag-expand na siya. So, nakita nyo, airlines, okay, so pwede pala siyang maging stepping stone ko, ang hospitality management ko, para maging cabin crew ako, or flight attendant ko. Yes, pwede po. Pwede pala ako maging, sa barko nagtatrabaho, yes, pwede po. Pwede pala ako maging isang event organizer, or event planner. Ganun. Okay? So because we think the principles and practices presented in this book have wide application, we are going to use this more expanded concept of the industry. So the challenge of all organizations in this industry is to ensure that their personnel always provide at least the level of service that their guests want and expect every time perfectly. So, sir, kailangan pala perfect yung yung service mo. Yes. Kasi kailangan you want your guests to be satisfied sa service mo. And you have to do your best and your all whenever you're serving your guests. Lagi niyo yan tatandaan. That's why we're studying quality service management. Kailangan ngayon pa lang tinatanim nyo na sa isip nyo that we have to give our best to our customers. Kasi we're service-oriented industry. Okay, we have to please our customers, our guests, our clients. Okay, and we have to give the level of service that our guests want and expect every time perfectly. So this whole module or this whole book is designed to show all those working in this industry and those who manage them how to do that. Even more challenging for those in hospitality organizations is the simple reality that service quality and service value are defined not by managers, not by auditors or rating organizations, but they are defined entirely in the mind of the guests. That's why, sabi ko sa inyo kanina, why it started or it starts, everything starts with the guests. Kasi sila po yung magde-define ng kung ano yung ano natin, kung ano yung um, quality ng service na ibibigay natin. Okay? Naintindihan po? Nakukuha? Can I get thumbs up if we can proceed? Thank you sa mga naka-open ng camera. Guys, we're recorded. Pero don't worry, I will not post your faces sa channel. Okay? I just want to capture my discussion. Okay? Sorry kung hindi niyo ako nakikita dito sa Google Meet natin, but naka-record kasi yung camera doon sa sa channel. Okay? So kung gusto niyo makita yung mukha ko nandoon sa channel, punta lang kayo doon. Or pag may review ko, masasawa kayo sa pagmumukha ko. Okay? Alright. So next. Okay, so although there are a few organizations like JD Power and several websites like TripAdvisor that rate the service quality of the local Holiday Inn, Friendly Travel Agency, or Olive Garden, individuals or individual guests still make their own decisions on whether the quality and value of the service they experience met their expectations. Okay? Ang mga individual guests pa rin, okay, ang nagbibigay ng rating sa service o sa service quality na binibigay natin. Okay? Kasi lalo na ngayon in this time, di ba? May Facebook, yan, may TikTok, yan. So i-show nila ang experience nila or glimpse of their experience. Okay? So you will find this text is very different from traditional management text. That's why I chose this reference kasi it's very compact with the quality service management um, theories and discussion na nandito sa textbook na to. So dun sa mga mahingi na ng mga tawag dito ng kanilang mga reports, ayan. So that is the reference na yung chapter 1 na ginamit ko din. Okay, so we're using the same book. Okay? And guys, it's up to you on how you will present your report. Okay? Ganito, I will give you other option or another option. Okay, di ba nung first sinabi natin na you have to record yourself. Guys, pwede, I will allow kahit voice record lang. Okay, kahit wala na yung video or mukha nyo that you are presenting, is fine. Okay, kahit voice record lang, and then merong PowerPoint presentation, and then you make a video out of it, and then we're good. Okay na, I will accept that presentation. And then ipe-play na lang natin siya para hindi yung tulad na, for example, ganito, yung the way I present it now, this is live, okay? So any flaws or battle or whatsoever, outside noise, okay? unnecessary instances na may huhugot ng saksak ng computer ko at mamamatay yung laptop ko or yung, diba? Mga ganun. Para ma-avoid natin. Okay. So going back, so this textbook is very different from the traditional management texts because hospitality organizations are very different business to run from those discussed in traditional management texts. Yeah. Kasi ito, nakafocus siya sa hospitality industry or sa hospitality organization. How you present or how you study the quality service management in hospitality organization or hospitality industry. So most texts emphasize different principles and guidelines for managers seeking to run these organizations well. However, the success or failure of the guest's experience to be explained sa mga susunod na slides may depend on how a single moment of truth, ayan, single moment of truth na tinatawag, between a hospitality employee and the guests is handled. Management's responsibility is to ensure that each moment of truth has been prepared for and has been managed as well as humanly possible to yield a satisfying, even outstanding outcome for the guests. Questions so far from the class? Can I get a thumbs up? Everything is understood and naiintindihan po kung bakit ba natin kailangan pag-aralan ang quality service management. Alright? So next topic is Guestology. Have you ever heard of the word Guestology? Guestology? No? Ngayon pa lang? Okay. Very interesting, no? Guestology. Ano nga ba yun? Okay, so in this book, we organize the available knowledge about meeting these challenges and opportunities around guestology. So guestology, a term originated by Bruce Laval of the Walt Disney Company. So guestology, customer guests are to the extent possible studied scientifically. That's why may ology dun sa word na guestology. Para guest is our guest, our clients, our customers, and ology is to study. So they are in this term, guestology is the study of our guests, customers, and clients. Okay, that is the term guestology. Even in dictionary walang guestology na term. Wala pa. Kasi hindi pa I think it's not yet recognized, but in this textbook ginawa na siya, okay? To determine how should we study our guests, okay? Guests' behaviors within the hospitality organization are carefully observed. Their wants, needs, capabilities, and expectations. Yan yung mga pinag-aaralan sa guestology. Okay? Our guests' behavior, their wants, needs, capability, and expectations. Regarding to the hospitality guest experience and are determined, and ultimately the service product is tailored to meet their demands and those of future guests. So if we determine their wants, their needs, their capabilities, and expectation, doon natin ma-determine kung ano bang klaseng service or service product ang pwede nating i-combine para sa demand or sa ine-expect ng ating mga guests today and in the future. So guestology means simply that all the organization's employees must treat customers like guests and manage the organization from the guest point of view. Again, Guestology, simply that all the organizations, employees, lahat from the top management to bottom and from bottom uh, member of the organization up to the top, okay, must treat customers like guests and manage the organization from the guest's point of view. All the while, this is a business and an eye must be kept on the bottom line to ensure that services can continue to be provided in the future. Kailangan consistent yan. Okay? Kailangan ang alam ng top management na disseminate dun sa pinaka ilalim ng organization hanggang from the supervisor to the team leader to the housekeeping to the front desk and so on and so forth hanggang sa guard. Kailangan yung standard operating procedures natin ay alam nila. Alright? So the good news is that Guestology makes good business sense. So the practice of Guestology makes it possible to increase, number one, guest satisfaction. Okay? So if we practice Guestology na na-determine natin what is our customers' wants, needs, capabilities, and expectations. So we make increase guest satisfaction, which leads to more repeat visits, which in turn drives revenues up. Okay, so ibig sabihin, kapag satisfied ang ating customers, okay, they will make repeat visits or repeat business, and then ang domino effect nun is it will drive revenues up. Okay, so kikita pa ulit tayo kasi meron tayong repeat customers. We're not just focusing on our new customers. Yan, those repeat customers, yun dapat yung binavalue natin because they are satisfied with our services na binigay sa kanila. Okay? Understood po? And also, provide sustained outstanding services. Yan. So, yun nga, if they come back to us, so, yung standard o yung service na binigay natin sa kanila ay nagustuhan nila. Kaya sila bumalik sa atin. Okay? The organization's strategy, staff, and system are aligned to meet or exceed the customer expectations. So, if the organization strategize well, disseminate well the strategy that they created to their staff, and then create a systematized standard operating procedures, then we can meet or exceed the customer's expectations. Regarding the three aspects of the guest experience, we have here number one, service product. Number two, service setting. So, tinatawag din siyang servicescape. Servicescape. Okay? Service and escape. Okay? Setting. So, or servicescape. And number three is service delivery. Towards these slides, di-discuss pa natin yan. I-elaborate pa natin yan more. Okay? So these aspects of elements are carefully woven together to give guests what they want and expect plus a bit more. That's why, tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, it all starts with the guest. So this slogan is not just an inspiring slogan, okay? In the service-centered, tulad ng sinabi sa inyo kanina, in a service-centered hospitality organization, It is the truth and everybody accepts and lives up to it. Ibig sabihin, tayo po ng mga arm ng hospitality industry, okay, kailangan sinasabuhay natin yon, okay, ina-accept natin yon that tayo ay service-centered or service-oriented dapat tayo so that we can meet and exceed our customers' expectations, okay. Guestology turns traditional management thinking on its head. Instead of focusing on organizational design, managerial hierarchy, and product systems to maximize organizational efficiency. Guestology forces the organization to start everything it does by looking systematically at the guest experience from the customers or guests point of view. So that's why yung mga hotels, restaurants, meron silang mga feedback form, okay, sa mga online booking system natin that available today. Meron tayong review na tinatawag. Yung TripAdvisor meron yan, okay. Yung TripAdvisor, Booking.com, Agoda, and those are the booking system na very popular. Actually, yung hotel na minamanage namin ngayon, yun ang ginagamit namin mga booking system. Aside from our own website, yung ginagamit. And also the Facebook. Yan, very strong din kasi ang advertising na ginagawa ni Facebook ngayon. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok especially. Okay? So what customers do and want are first systematically studied, modeled, and predicted. Only then can the rest of the organizational issues be addressed. So the goal is to create and sustain an organization that can effectively meet and effectively meet the customer's expectations and still make a profit. Okay, again, the goal is to create and sustain an organization that can effectively meet the customer's expectation and still make a profit. Questions so far, guys? Nakakasabay po ba? Nakakasabay po? Alright. So now, let's talk about meeting customers or customer expectation. Paano ba natin imi-meet, okay, yung customers expectations natin? Can anyone read the slide, please? Can I heard from Miss Jerusalem? Sige, kahit naka-off cam ka, okay lang yan. Can you please read the slide, please? Okay, so customers come to a service provider with a certain expectation for themselves. So kahit sila may ina-expect silang certain, okay? Kumbaga parang pagpunta nila sa store mo or pagpunta nila sa hotel mo, may ina-expect na sila. Okay? And so, tayo as the service provider, okay, or service-oriented industry, okay, kailangan ma-meet natin yung expectation na yun. Okay? So, meron tayong tinatawag na general expectation. So, this is an example of a general expectation. Okay? A first-time guest of a major hotel may simply expect a nice room, comfortable mattress, okay, Mattress yun ha. Comfortable mattress. Okay. Clean surroundings, satisfactory meals, and a reasonable price. But a repeat guest may have more specific expectation based on their past experience. Okay, so syempre, meron ka ng general expectation na tinatawag. Kasi it came from the first time guest. Kung ikaw first time mo sa isang malaking hotel, okay? Ang expect mo lang ay maayos yung kwarto, comfortable yung higaan mo, malinis yung kapaligiran, masarap yung pagkain, diba? Reasonable yung price. That's one of the reasons why tinik mo yung um, hotel or yung establishment na yon. Okay, but since na-experience mo na yon, yung nice room, comfortable mattress, surroundings, okay, satisfying meal, when you come back to that establishment, mag-iiba na yung expectations mo. Okay, so ganun ang gagawin natin sa ating mga repeat customers. Okay, so kung ang binigay natin sa guest natin na first time bumisit ay level 1, kailangan iakyat natin yung level of expectations nila to the next level. Okay? So for example, si guest, we're going back to your property because we want to celebrate our my girlfriend or boyfriend's birthday, or we want to celebrate the monthsary or anniversary to your property because we love the room, it's comfortable, very nice view, whatsoever, and it's reasonable. So if your guest asks for, do you have any package or whatsoever that you can offer, like a special dinner or a very nice setup in the room? Yeah. So doon mo na siya iakyat. Yun yung tinatawag na you take the next level of expectation dun sa ating mga repeat guests. So this is an example sa Olive Garden na pinag-aaralan nila yung kanilang mga customers. So from extensive research of their customers, the leaders of Olive Garden know that their guests' key drive are food of good quality, fast and attentive service, cleanliness, and a pleasant atmosphere. So, ang ginawa nila, hindi lang nila tinanong at pinag-aralan yung kanilang mga customers o yung mga guests nila kung ano ba yung mga key drivers na reasons why they come back to their property or restaurants. They also solicit comments about how well they deliver on those characteristics by gathering customer feedback. That's why, again, yung mga hotels, restaurants, meron silang customer feedback there. And they are entitled to give their review sa property ninyo or sa property ninyo. Okay? So a guestologist seek to understand and plan for the expectations of an organization's targeted customers before they even enter the service setting, so that everything is ready for each guest to have a successful and enjoyable experience. So yung ginagawa ng guestologist, sila yung nag-understand and nagpa-plan na expectation of an organization targeted customers before they enter the service setting. So titingnan nila kung ano ba yung mga sino yung mga target customers ninyo, ano yung klaseng service na binibigay ninyo, and then yung guestologist mag-o-offer or magsasuggest na kung ano bang dapat pwedeng baguhin, pwedeng idagdag, dapat ibawas, para magkaroon ng mas magandang operating procedure ang isang service-oriented industry or service-oriented establishment. Okay? Question? question so far? Wala po? Sure? Okay. So let's move on the serving internal customers. Kindly read the slide, please, Miss Kainglet. Next slide, please. Okay. So, yung service na tinatawag natin. Okay? Sabi, persons and units that depend on each other and service as or serve each other. So, yung principle na i-provide natin, kailangan siya outstanding for external, also sa external customer natin. Okay? So, for example, a computer help desk that serves internal customers should understand and fulfill the expectations of these customers just as any organization tries to meet and exceed the expectation of its external customers. So, paano ba natin um, i-identify yung internal customers sa external customers natin? Anyone? What do you mean by internal customer and external customer? Pag internal, nasa loob. Pag external, nasa labas. Ano ba yun? Mr. Vera, any thoughts? Mm-hmm. Okay. Makes sense? Okay. So this logic can easily, yes? Go ahead. Yes, go ahead, Miss Jerusalem. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, alright. So, you're both correct. And internal customers, we can identify them. Pwede. It's the member of the organizations. Kasi, kahit tayo diba? Um, we have to, parang yung ginagawa sa organization namin. Sometimes we try to give our employees na kailangan ma-experience nyo din how the room feels. Actually, during the time that we're running the hotel, especially this the first wave of ECQ. Okay, wala naman kaming guest So, kami ang gumagamit ng mga rooms namin. Did you believe that? Did you believe that yung mga employees na nasa amin, okay? Uh, some of them, okay, pumupunta kami dun sa room namin na may jacuzzi. O tara, maligo tayo doon. Parang gano'n. And so, we can consider our employees as internal customer because they can also, okay, or you can also exercise the services na binibigay or in-offer ng isang organization. So this logic can easily and rightfully be extended to the level of individual employee. The organization must meet or exceed the expectations of employees about how they will be treated. Right? So, if the organization, okay, doesn't treat their employees well, Okay, how can that they deliver the services na sinet ng organization? Di ba? Naniniwala kayo doon? Do you agree on that? Na kailangan ng organization ay i-treat yung mga employees niya ng maayos, pasahurin ng maayos, 'di ba? Dapat lang 'yon, totoo 'yon. It makes sense, 'di ba? Kasi it will uh, reflect, okay? It will reflect to the employees how they are treated inside the organization. Okay? Smart hospitality organizations know that their employees must get the same care and consideration that they want their employees to extend to their guests. Okay, kapag well-treated ang employees natin, okay, we can assure that they will treat our customers well. Okay? So they understand that they can't mistreat their own employees and expect them to then treat the customers well. They know that the way in which the organization treats its own employees will inevitably spill over on the way the employees treat guests and each other. Okay, in these organizations, everyone works hard to avoid employee mistreatment and unfairness. So kailangan uh, every in the organization kailangan nagkakaisa. It's a team effort, okay? Para para well treated ang employees, well treated ang ating mga guests and customers. All right? Next is meeting increased competition. Ayan, so magkakaroon na tayo ng competition. Okay? So how can we meet increased competition? Okay, this is we're talking about the in external naman ha. So ibig sabihin the competition that this topic is talking about is the competition outside the organization, not inside the organization. Kasi tayo as an organization, kailangan solid tayo. Okay? Now, the competition for guests' loyalty and dollars in euros, rupees, won, yen, etc. is intense and will only grow more so in the future. New hospitality organizations spring up every day. Although opening a hospitality organization like a hotel, convention center, travel website, or airline costs a lot of money. For thousands of restaurants, travel agencies, sports bars, and convention and convention services organization. The amount of startup capital needed is comparatively small. So this book is not just for large corporation. Pwede rin kayong magsimula, okay, ng small. For example, kahit yung small business like you create your own pastries, you create your own dessert, magbibigay kayo ng sarili yung cake, ganyan. Okay, hindi naman kailangan na big time, one time big time agad kayo. Bago ko simulan yung business na or own restaurant, own hotel ko, or own event event planner or event organizer business ko, gusto ko meron akong 1.5 million pesos sa account ko bago ko siya simulan. No. You can always you have to start small. Okay, imagine, just an example na lang. So, wag na tayong lumayo, kay SM na lang tayo. SM started in selling shoes sa bangketa. Okay? And now, look at SM now. So, sabihin nyo, sir, ano makinalaman na sa hospitality industry ni SM? Guys, Sa SM po ay merong mga malalaking event place, malalaking ang tawag dito, mga resort like Hamilo Coast, Pico de Loro, sa kanila yon. KSM yan. Sky Ranch, sa kanila yan. They even have their own bank, which is BDO. They have their own condominiums, na ginagawa nilang parang what they call that, BNB, pwede nilang gawin yun, it's like accommodation, okay? So, this is more organized, nagsimula siya sa small, and then look at how big SM now. Halos akupin na tayo ni SM. Lahat na lang ng city merong SM. Okay? Imagine, kahit yung turon na binibenta sa SM, business pa rin yan ni SM. And they earn a lot, not just a lot millions upon millions of pesos income sa turon alone. Okay, would you believe that? Alam niyo ba na si SM ang nagpo-produce ng turon? Yung merienda, Pinoy merienda something. Grabe. Kasi I heard story from my boss and from his friend na it's real, it's legit, it's a fact, no? Pinasok ni SM pati yung turon. So wag niyo isipin na wala pa akong malaking puhunan para mag-business. No, you can always start in a small. Ngayon, I can give you my cousin's small business. Okay? Nagbe-bake siya ng mga pastries, mga cakes, ngayon. And it's growing. Marami na siyang clients na umu-order sa kanya. And her products is developing from sabihin natin very simple cake, and then nagkakaroon na siya ng design, na ma-master niya na yung design ng cake niya. Meron na siyang chiffon cake, may fondant cake na siya. Yan. So, kahit si yung classmate ko na si I don't know if you know her, maybe you don't know her, si Miss Australia. Okay? Before she was teaching also in TMCC, but now she's in Dubai right now, if I'm not mistaken, and doon siya nagbe-bake ng mga pastries niya. Dito sinimulan niya yun dito. Nagbe-bake siya ng mga pastries niya and all. Then dinala niya yun sa Dubai. And I think she's a big supplier na ng mga cakes and pastries doon sa Dubai. No? So those stories, you can use that as inspiration or technique na paano ko ba masisimulan if you want to have your own business. Okay? So hospitality industry naman po, we're not just giving you or saying or telling to you na magiging housekeeping kayo or front desk. Okay, you can start with your own business also. Okay, so this quality service management course will give you knowledge on how can you improve the services, the products, or even in your next courses na kukunin nyo sa next semester, next school year, no? Pwede nyo yung gamitin. If you don't want working in a hotel, in a restaurant, and you want to build your own business, that's fine. You can use all the knowledge that you can get here in TMCC and use it for you to start your own business. Okay? So now, let's go on to the service. May na-skip ako. So this smaller organization, like the larger ones, hoping to survive and prosper in this competitive environment, need to master and practice the principles of Guestology. If they don't provide the experience their guests expect. Okay? Someone else will. Ibig sabihin, may ibang gagawa niya. Okay? Kapag hindi nyo um, provide, in-enhance yung experience, yes, experience, yung ina-expect or hindi nyo minit yung expectation ng ng um, customers ninyo, kung iba ang maggagawa. Okay? Someone else will do. And then, mangyayari niyan, may iwanan yung business yun, may iwanan yung organization yun. Kasi hindi kayo updated. Alright? So now, let's go on to the service. Kindly read the slides. Sige. Maghahanap ako ng mga try natin yung mga naka-off cam po. Miss Trisha Francisco. Example are okay. So, di ba ang sabi natin, service is an intangible product. Tama ba? Dun sa mga nakarang courses na inano natin sa macro perspective and yeah, in macro perspective, okay? Service is intangible. Ibig sabihin po no, kapag ba ikaw nagpa-massage ka sa isang spa, ay pag minasage ka, pag labas mo dun sa spa, marunong ko na rin mag-massage? No, di ba? Kapag ikaw ba nagpagupit ng buhok, paglabas mo ng salon, marunong ka na rin magupit ng buhok? Hindi. So, it means it is intangible. Okay? Ibig sabihin, hindi mo yung makukuha like, for example, not like kapag bumili ka ng bigas, sa'yo na yung bigas, pwede mong isahin, pwede mong kainin. That's the difference between tangible and intangible products. Okay? So, the service can be provided by a person, for example, a service associate in a restaurant or by a travel agent, or via technology by booking a ticket online or using an ATM. ATM means, sige nga, ibig sabihin ng ATM, at the moment, mga status nyo sa FB. What is the meaning of ATM? Oh, Google please. Automatic o automated? Automated pala. Okay. Automated teller machine. So, ibig sabihin, okay. Yung iba kasi sinasabi, kapag na lang tayo mag-withdraw sa ATM machine. So, ATM machine is redundant. So, parang sinasabing, automated teller machine. Ano, ulit-ulit, market. Okay, so it's ATM. Just like, yung sinasabi nyo, pupunta akong BIR, kukuha ko ng TIN number. That's also wrong. Because letter N in TIN is number. It's tax identification number. Okay? So, if you're asking for a TIN, hindi mo sasabihin yun, akin na yung TIN number mo, susulat ko dito. No, it's redundant. Okay? Okay? So, it's tax identification number. Okay? Hindi siya tax identification number. Okay? That's ano lang yan, extra knowledge na ano yun. Okay. Both services include a tangible physical product or tangible materials and equipment in the transaction as well. At McDonald's, you get a hamburger. You can see, you can touch, you can eat. Ayan, nagugutom na tuloy ako. Kasi ko nag... Ah! Mga 11:30 siguro, pwede na tayo mag-exam. Wala, naglaki ang mga mata nila. Oh. Na, exam. Joke lang. Next week tayo mag-is. Okay. At McDonald's, you can get a hamburger. You can eat, touch, eat, and take home in a box. You also get service along with the hamburger. So that's why in hospitality industry or service-oriented establishment, you can get both. You can get a product at the same time. You can also get service along with the product. A cruise line will include a ship. A dining experience will provide food. A teacher's lesson may require chalk, text, and notes. Other service transaction like a session with a psychiatrist or social security counselor offer only the customer provided interaction. So, sinasabi dito that service is intangible. Talaga sinabi ko sa inyo, pag nagpagupit kayo, hindi naman paglabas yun sa salon, is marunong na kayo magupit. Pag nagpamassage kayo, marunong na kayo magmassage. No, it's intangible. Okay? So, service products. Another, perhaps even more common meaning of service refers to the entire bundle of tangible and intangible in the transaction with a significant service component. Okay, service product, okay, meron siyang meron siyang product. Yung example natin is sa McDonald's. Kung bumili ka ng burger, okay, may service pa rin na binibigay yung establishment doon. So if you leave town for a month and pay a okay, this is just an example na lang. Sige, huwag natin itong for such tangible, intangible mixture of bundles, the term service package or service product is often used. It is used to describe pure service as well, since the pure service provided in the product is the product the organization offer for sale. Although these overlapping meanings can be confusing, service sometimes referring to a tangible, intangible mixture. Service product sometimes refer to a pure service with no tangible product. The way the term is used in context should make clear what we are talking about in this book. So, yung service product po na sinasabi, okay, the service product can be service, pure service, or a combination of tangible and intangible products. Okay, again, service product can be pure service or a mixture of tangible and intangible products. Service industries. Just as the service product is the mixture of tangible and intangible elements, so are the entire industry that provide these products. There are no such thing as service industry. There are only industries whose service components are greater or less than those of other industries. Everybody is served. Lahat po ng customer clients guest natin ay pinagsisilbihan po natin. Okay? So, yung mga service industry, okay, pwede rin silang magbigay ng product lang or service only. Okay? Again, there is no such thing as service industry. Meron lang industry na ang service component nila ay it's either mas malaki, mas marami yung or greater yung tangible dun sa intangible or vice versa. Okay? Next, goods to service to experience. So from goods, or the product, how we deliver it, or what we call service, to experience. So how can we make our goods or our products, how we deliver it to complete the experiences of our guests? Kindly read the slide, Miss Roquero.
Ano, hindi lang tawag.
Last one. Ayan. Thank you, Miss Roquero. Right? Roquero. Kala ko Roquero. Roquero. Alright. So, the characteristics sabi of the contemporary economy that hospitality organizations were the first to understand is that customers receiving well-made goods or well-rendered services may no longer be sufficient. Hindi lang yun basta may product ka, meron kang service, okay na yun. Okay? It should be beyond that. Okay? Hindi basta yung restaurant, may masarap na pagkain, okay na. Okay? Lahat ay lahat ng factor dapat kino-consider. Okay? Sa hotel, hindi lang basta linis yung kwarto. Okay? The service that we are presenting or that we are giving to our guest customers should be should reach or meet their expectations. All at price customers are willing to pay. Because if they are not willing to pay, then they will not get your kahit gaano kasarap yung pagkain mo, gaano kaganda yung service mo, okay? But your price is skyrocket or so up high, okay? Hindi rin yan tatangkilikin. So, kailangan meron din yung factor. That's why, dun sa mga reviews sa mga hotels, well, kasi I'm in the hotel business. Kaya yun yung mostly na example na binibigay ko sa inyo. Okay? Meron doong portion na value for money. Okay? Is it worth the price? Is it worth the travel? Is it worth the visit? Okay? Mamaya, unless you're a billionaire that you don't looking at the price. Okay, mag-check-in ka at 50,000 per night for 2 person. Diba? Well, only millionaires or billionaires can afford that. Diba? But the most successful hospitality organizations and even increasing number of organizations of all types are recognizing the competitive advantage they can gain by providing carefully designed experiences that unfold over a period of time of their customers, clients, and guests. So, kailangan sumasabay din tayo sa trend kung ano ba yung kailangan ng customers, paano ba yung afford ng customers. Baka mamaya nagbagsak na lahat ng prices sa market, like yung mga supplies and all, yung room rates mo, ganun pa rin. Bumagsak na ang pressure ng gasolina, ganun pa rin yung pressure ng motor mo. So, we have to uh, go with the trend, okay? And ano ba yung kailangan ng guest, customers, and clients natin para um, mas ma-reach natin or mas ma-meet natin ang kanilang expectation. So now, let's go on the understanding our guests. Oh, any question, guys? Any questions so far? Any question? Wala po? Okay. So, to well-managed hospitality organizations, guests are not statistical entities. Sorry, again. To well-managed hospitality organizations, guests are not statistical entities, vague concept or abstract. They understand that within the heterogeneous mass of people they serve or want to serve, each is an individual. Each is unique. Some companies use the term VIP, but not just very important person, but very individual people. To remind their employees that they are serving each and every customer. Okay, VIP in this textbook is not just very important person. Okay, in quality service management, VIP means very individual people. So we serve each and every individual. Okay? Naintindihan po? Each guest brings to the guest experience a different bundle of needs, wants, capabilities, and expectations. Some guests will arrive happy and excited about whatever is going on to happen to them. Other will arrive unhappy, bored, or even angry. Even more challenging is that it is possible that the happy, excited guest that came yesterday is the unhappy, angry guest coming in the door today. Okay? Kuha nyo. Iba-iba pwedeng yung mag-jowa na mag-check-in sa inyo. Yung isa, okay. Yung isa, hindi. Yung isa may pinagdadaanan, yung isa, hindi. It's either pareha silang masaya or pareha silang hindi masaya or angry. Okay, pareha silang bad trip. And the more challenging part is that our guests na pinagsilbihan or that we serve yesterday, for example, si Mr. Canyezo ay pumunta sa restaurant natin kahapon na masaya, okay yung service, maganda yung feedback, is not the same person that came into our doorstep or our restaurant na masaya pa rin. Okay, baka mayroong siyang na-experience or whatsoever na pinagdaanan, bad trip siya, kakain niya na lang. Okay, and then may nakita lang siyang konting mali sa service natin or na-delay lang ng few minutes yung ano natin, yung service natin.
Binabat ko lang yan.
Minute na yung ulo niya. Okay? That is the challenging part of or in the service oriented establishment. Okay? Every day is different customers. Every single customer is different from each other. Okay? So the hospitality organization must not only strive to satisfy each of the guests to seek to serve in its target market, but also adapt what it does to account for the changes in the expectations, wants, and capabilities that those guests may have from visit to visit. Okay? The first step is the first step in understanding how to manage the guest experience then is to understand the guests that are in their target market. Ano ba yung target? Sino ba yung target market natin? Ano ba yung na-expect nilang service sa atin? Okay? To whatever extent possible. Ibig sabihin, kung ano ba our target market, kailangan um, i-determine natin, sino ba yung target market natin? Are we targeting the family? Are we targeting the magjowa? Are we targeting the kids? Are we targeting only the males? Are we targeting only the females? Are we targeting the LGBTQ A plus A AYZ community whatsoever? Okay? Kailangan alam natin yung target market natin para ma-understand natin kung anong klaseng service ang pwede natin i-provide sa kanila. Okay? Ideally, this understanding would include number 1, the traditional demographic breakdowns of age, race, gender, and guests' home locations. Again, para maunawaan natin ang ating mga guests, kailangan alam natin yung demographic breakdowns ng ating mga guests. Okay? Edad, lahi, kasarian, and kung saan sila nakatira. Okay? That's number 1, the demographic breakdowns. Number 2, the psychographic breakdowns of how they feel, what their attitude, beliefs, and value are, and what kind of experience they need, want, and expect the hospitality organization to deliver. And so that is psychographic breakdowns. And number 3, their capabilities. Yung knowledge, skills, and abilities or KSAs na na acronym natin, that knowledge, skills, and abilities to co-produce the experience. So again, to understand the guest, kailangan natin alamin the traditional demographic, number 1, the psychographic breakdowns, and the capabilities or the KSAs. Okay? So meeting the expectation of a customer who arrives needing but not really wanting the service and angry at the service provider, perhaps even at the world itself, is very difficult. In such situations, ensuring the quality of the service experience is even more crucial because of the circumstances leading to the need for the service. Understanding and appreciating the guests, their expectations, and their capabilities are varied motivates the guest-focused organization to design each guest experience from each guest's point of view to offer a personalized experience in so far as possible. So for us to understand the our guests, kailangan natin ang mga factors na to. Their demographic breakdowns, psychographic breakdowns, and their capabilities. Next. Kaya pa? Kaya pa? Ako, tanungin niyo ako. Ay, ako po ba? Okay, sige. Let's cut our discussion hanggang 12 para para naman makapag-breakfast na. Okay. The guest experience. So, a term that we have already repeatedly mentioned and will recur many times in the following pages is guest experience. Guest experience is the sum total of the experiences that the guest has with the service provider on a given occasion or set of occasion. So for example, your friend that last uh, your friend that last night you had a wonderful sorry. If you tell your friend that last night you had a wonderful evening at the dinner theater, you are referring to the evening as a whole and are thinking of it that way. The evening of theater was your guest experience. So, ibig sabihin, kapag sinabi mo na, it was a wonderful evening and that at the dinner theater. So, you're talking about the total guest experience. Okay? The theater, the show itself, the food, okay? The service, okay? It is the total guest experience. If you say that it is not good, okay? It's awful, all right? So it's your experience. So if somebody if you ask somebody, so how was it? How was your experience in the movie theater? Okay. So what will come out or what will come out in your mouth or what will you say is the total experience. You're talking about um, the general experience that you feel from the food to the quality of the service, okay, to whatever you did in that establishment, okay. Product, setting, and delivery. Kindly read the slide, Mr. Cañezo. Wow. Okay. All right. So, in product setting and delivery, so meron tayong three part of the guest experience. Number one, service product. Ano ba yung um, service? It is a combination of the service and the product you give to the customers. Number two, the service setting. Ano yung setting ng setup, yung servicescape, yung ambience ng establishment. And the service delivery. So how um, the delivery was given to you. Okay? And so, if these three are completed and meet and or exceed your expectation, then at least you can say it's wow, it's great. Okay, so here is the basic equation that captures all the components of the customer experience that must be effectively managed by the guestologist. Guest experience is equal to service product, service setting, and service delivery system. Again, this is our equation. Guest experience is equal to service product plus service setting plus service delivery system. Okay? Unique yet similar. Because incidents and occurrences are never exactly the same for two people, whether at a theater, hotel, vacation resort, restaurants, or on a cruise ship. No two guest experience are exactly the same. Yan, palagi nyo tatanda. Always remember that um, sentence or that note. Okay, no two guest experiences are exactly the same, or as exactly alike. Okay, even if the incidents and the occurrences were exactly the same, okay, parehas ko naman silang inabutan ng maayos na ng drinks. Okay, parehas ko naman silang binate. Parehas ko naman silang um, initian. But your experiences of them would be unique because the wants, needs, tastes, preferences, capabilities, and expectations you bring to the experience are uniquely yours and may change from day to day. Okay? Yung service na ipoprovide mo today might be different from the services you will provide tomorrow or you provided yesterday. Okay? And so, it will vary. So, adding the intangible of service itself and the uniqueness of each guest experience cannot be questioned. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, oh, parehas naman ang ginawa ko yan ng the same procedure. Okay? But, you, parang sinasabi dito, you cannot give um, the same experience na binigay mo sa isang customer from yesterday, today, and what will you give tomorrow. So that uniqueness is what provides the primary challenge to the hospitality service provider. The old saying has it that you can't please every guest. But the hospitality organization has to try even though everybody is different. Kailangan pala natin i-try since we are in the service-oriented industry or organization or establishment, okay? We have to try. Again, you can't please every guest. What you can do is to try your best to deliver the service that you have. Okay? Ay, hindi nyo pala akong nakikita nagta-thumbs up. Sorry. Thumbs up. Can I get a thumbs up kung naiintindihan po? Alright, thank you so much. Alright. And, okay, so, last na tong components of the guest experience. So again, we have three: the the service product, the service setting, and the service delivery system. So the service product, sometimes called the service package or service product mix. Yan, kung natatandaan nyo pa yung first lesson natin sa macro perspective. Yan, yung service product mix is why the customer, client, or guest comes to the organizations in the first place. Ano ba yung service? Ano ba yung product na binibigay natin sa kanila? So that is the service product. Next is the guest experience is the setting or environment in which the experience takes place. Okay? Ano ba yung ambience? So the term servicescape, okay? Service and escape yan. The two words are service and escape. Hindi escape ha, escape. Ibig sabihin the ambience, the physical atmosphere, the feelings, okay? Servicescape, the landscape within which service is experienced, has been used to describe the physical aspect of the setting that contributes to the guest's overall physical feel of the experience. In other terms, the ambience. Ano ba yung pagpasok mo ng establishment, ano yung look and feel ng lugar? Okay, that is the service setting or the servicescape. And lastly is the service delivery system. So the third part of the guest experience is the service delivery system, including the human component like the restaurant server who placed the meal on the table or the sound engineer at the rock concert, and the physical product processes like the kitchen facilities in the restaurant or the rock concert, sophisticated amplification system, plus the organizational and information systems and techniques that help deliver the service to the customers. Question so far? So service delivery system is uh, the delivery system. So kung paano natin siya i-deliver sa ating components, including the human components ha. Okay? So kung paano ba natin deliver or paano ba natin pinatong yung plato, yung pagkain sa table ng ating mga guests. Okay? So that is the service delivery system. Ano yung next kong topic? Meron pa pala. Anyway, sige. I will cut the discussion dito sa components of the guest um, components of guests experience, and then next meeting I'm going to finish this topic, and then the group 2 will start their report. Group 1, sorry, for chapter 2. Okay? Sino nga ulit ang ating reporters? Ayan, sila Miss Sipat. Ayan. Alright. Sila Gadia nga ba? Check ko nga, baka mamaya yes. Yes po, pwede po, no problem. Pero sabi ko nga sa inyo, it's up to you guys. Okay? But our discussion, I will try to record it. Although your voice only will be recorded and your PowerPoint presentation. Guys, make sure that you send your PowerPoint presentation to me. Okay? So the reporters for next week will be Musa Aguirre, Bago, Rase, Penunya, Redillas, Fornea, Pareha. Ay, sorry. 1H ma'am. Sorry. Sorry, mali ako ng pen ko. Kabingan, Pascua, Cañezo, Bago, Rondolo, and Sipat. Alright. Great. Alright. I will going to finish at I think 30 minutes na lang naman yung presentation ko or less. Basta ganito, ang gagawin ko po pagdating alas 10, sisend ko yung attendance and then fill out, then start na agad ako para makapag-start na rin yung group 1. Okay, kung sino man po yung magpe-present. Alright? Ako na lang po yung the reason why I will be requesting your PowerPoint is that para ako na lang yung mag-present para din masusundan ko yung discussion ninyo. Okay? And then para din ma-record ko yung discussion natin using the OBS. Okay? Question so far? None? Start ko na yung presenting, pag-present. Pakita na ako sa inyo. Kaya naman, baka sabihin, sir, nagre-record mag open cam, tapos siya naman na naka-open. Yan. i-end ko lang yung